Hey, it's Travel Gigolo and we're in Camdeboo National Park.
Camdeboo National Park is located adjacent to the town of Graaff-Reinet in the Eastern Cape province. That's about 270 kilometers from the closest city, which is Port Elizabeth, otherwise 650 kilometers from Cape Town or 850 kilometers south of Johannesburg. There are numerous reasons to visit the Camdeboo National Park, but the Valley of Desolation is probably the prime attraction. It's a very scenic 9-kilometer drive from the gate up to the Valley of Desolation viewpoint. The road is tarred all the way. It's very steep in some sections though, with some really sharp bends. And it's quite narrow as well, so you've got to be very careful about how you navigate oncoming traffic and how you go around those bends. The views of the valley are absolutely breathtaking. It's the sort of place you could spend just hours just looking out in awe of nature's beauty in front of you. I definitely recommend that you do the walking trail so you can get the full experience of the different views from different angles at the top of the mountain. It was really hot and dry when we got there. There'd been a drought for quite a while and the dam was completely dry. As a result, it was difficult to see wildlife, but we did get a bit of action at the watering hole. We did see wildebeest and other antelope off in the distance, but in general, wildlife was quite scarce. There is still some wildlife to see. More so, I think if you're a birder, this is a fantastic place to come because there's a really great variety of birding to be had. The roads of the park are almost all gravel. Fairly decent condition with a bit of corrugation, which you must expect on a gravel road, but fairly drivable with most vehicles. There are dedicated 4x4 routes, so you need a 4x4 to do those. We are staying at Nkwewa campsite. Check out my separate review on the campsite. So the section of the park where the permanent tented camps and the open campsites are is the section where the wildlife viewing is as well. The Valley of Desolation is on the other side of the park and you've got to cross over one of those major roads to get into the Valley of Desolation area. The Camdeboo National Park is therefore dissected almost by a set of major roads into and out of Graaff-Reinet. If you're in the Valley of Desolation area or in the wildlife area crossing to the other side, you'll find yourself going through a set of gates and crossing over a main road or possibly driving along the main road for a couple of kilometers. That's important to know because the gates have different closing times, so you've got to take note of that if you're going to be crossing over from one side to the other. So the town of Graaff-Reinet is inside the valley here between these mountains and it's surrounded by the Camdeboo National Park. There are sections of the park that are for 4x4 only. However, we did not visit any of those areas. So the time that we are here, the Eastern Cape has been through some severe droughts. So much so that the dam in the Camdeboo National Park is completely dry. So it's probably a good idea to bring some water with you just as a safety precaution. And also it's advisable given that there's such a difficult water situation here. While we're here though, we haven't had an issue with water. There is borehole water available, so the taps have been running. It's been really great, but I think just take that precaution into mind. There isn't any shop or any fuel station within the Camdeboo National Park. However, the town of Graaff-Reinet is right close by, so if you need fuel or groceries or ice or cash or whatever it might be, it's just a short drive into the town. Gate opening and closing times vary of course from season to season. We're here in the height of summer, so the gate closes at 10 o'clock, that's 10 p.m. into the campsite area. However, it's advisable to check with reception what time those gates open and close when you're planning your trips here. For day visitors and people driving around the park, there is a picnic area. When you get to the gate, you've got to get out of your car and then walk to the picnic site. It's just a single site, but quite nice. There is shade and a bright place as well as ablution facilities. Obviously, you must take due caution because you are still within the park. If you found this informative, hit the like button, also subscribe and check out some of my other videos.